Expedited Accusations calendar. You have certain rights today. First, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney today. I'm conducting this hearing over the internet and it's being broadcast and live streamed and recorded. That means any member of the public can log on and watch it. When I ask if you understand your rights, that's what I'm referring to. All right. Miss Sullivan, you have several cases today. Your cases are 24 CR 00327C, 24 CR 00328C. In those two cases, you're charged with theft by shoplifting. You also have 24 CR 00329C, in which you're also charged with theft by shoplifting, and 24 CR 330C, in which you're charged with theft by service. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes, I do.
All right. Ms. Washington, can I have Ms. Sullivan's history, please?
Yes, the defendant has 21 prior arrest cycles beginning in 1992. The last arrest was January 7th, 2024 for simple assault, criminal trespass, and theft of services in Fulton County. The defendant has one misdemeanor conviction and one felony conviction outside of the 10-year period. Within the last 10 years, there was one felony conviction in 2022 for theft by shoplifting. It appears that the defendant has 3 open cases in DeKalb County. One open case is for theft of services. The other is for possession of marijuana and theft by shoplifting. And lastly, there is an open case for theft by shoplifting. The defendant currently has 2 outstanding warrants, one being in Brunswick, New Jersey, with a warrant date of March 19th, 2009. The defendant also has a warrant in Sandy Springs with the Sandy Springs Police Department, and that warrant date is January 10th, 2024. The defendant meets the criteria for release level 4 with a 61% chance that the defendant will appear and a 50% chance that the defendant will remain arrest-free. Nothing further.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, what was that level?
Level 4, Your Honor.
Level 4. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Pierre Thomas. Please proceed.
Your Honor, brief facts of the case. The warrant essentially makes out that these are 3 separate incidences, at least for the shoplifting. The most recent being January 4th, 2024. Then before that is December 23rd, 2023. And then before that is December 29th, 2023. On the most recent one, she's alleged to have stolen a comforter that was valued, a stitched comforter that was valued at approximately $109. On December 23rd, 23, she's alleged to have gone on a spree, having stolen a comforter, luggage, a jacket, a sweatshirt, another shirt, a sweater, 2 light blue shirts, and some pants, that totaling $368.29. And lastly, on her haul on December 29th, 2023, that would have been, looks like a comforter set, a sheet set, and two comforters. I guess one includes the sheet set. The location is all essentially the same. She's hitting up the same location, which is that Target, that 5570 Roswell Road, Atlanta, Georgia, and Fulton County, Georgia location. And if I didn't specify it, on the last haul, the total came out to $276. So as you can see in the aggregate, this is pretty much a felony, as it clearly equals to well over $500. The recommendation from the state as it relates to these crimes or these alleged charges, Your Honor, is she's currently on a $3,000 surety bond. I think that the appropriate charge is not, or the appropriate request is not a signature bond. However, the state would be amenable to requesting a lower bond, which is $500 surety on each. She's currently on a $3,000 surety on each, but a $5,000 on the shoplifting. As it relates to the last and most recent case, Your Honor, that last and most recent case where she was charged with theft of services on the 11th of this month, which was yesterday. The facts of that case are essentially as follows. On January 11, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a report of a theft, met with the victim or the reporting party and the defendant in front of a Buffalo Wild Wings. It was stated by Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson is a worker in the reporting, Lena Johnson. She's a worker in the reporting party. She works at Outback Steakhouse, which is the incident location located at 6400 North Point Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia, 30022 in Fulton County, Georgia. It said that the defendant entered the restaurant and told the staff that it was her birthday. Okay. Ms. Johnson stated that the defendant proceeded to order multiple items from the menu totaling $57.10. I guess she had a night on the town. The Ms. Johnson then stated the defendant went to pay, but then told the staff that her card would be declined. She stated that she needed to go to the Wells Fargo to acquire the funds. Ms. Johnson stated that she observed the defendant leave without paying, but heading in the opposite direction of the bank and instead heading towards the Buffalo Wild Wings. Ms. Johnson stated that she followed the defendant to the Buffalo Wild Wings, got the police involved. The officer ultimately were trying to obtain the defendant's information. The defendant herself stated that she was not going to be able to pay the bill until a later date. The recommendation is essentially on this one the same, and the indicia for that is she seems to have the same modus operandi, where we just seen her on the 7th of this month, which is just a few days ago. She seems to have an affinity for going into these luxury eateries. The previous one was Benihana's. This one's Outback Steakhouse. And, you're just having a night on the town. The previous recommendation or the previous bond that was given to her was a $4,000 signature bond through the pretrial services by Judge Morrow. As I stated before, I don't think it would be appropriate to give her another signature bond. But the recommendation for this case is the same: a $500 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and a stay away from the incident location. Nothing further to add from the state at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 57 years old, and she has been here in Georgia for about 23 years. And for last 10 years, she was not able to get any employment because of her severe medical condition that she has. Your Honor, she was a very bright student, honor top of the class when she was in high school, and she does have a serious medical conditions that kind of discourages her from getting a job and moving forward. We would like to request for signature on bond through pretrial level 4. She does not have anybody who can help her to bond out. Thank you.
All right, do we have the incident location for each? I think you said it was Target, and then the last, I think we have those. All right, I wrote them
Yes.
down. All right, as it pertains to position number 14, defendant is gonna receive a $250 surety bond, and she must stay away from that target, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. As it pertains to position 15, a $250 surety bond, she needs to stay away from that target. Again, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Same for 16, $250. Stay away from target, no alcohol, drugs, weapons. And as it pertains to position 17, the theft of service, same ruling. $250, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Stay away from the Outback Steakhouse, and I'm assuming the Buffalo Wild Wings. And have no alcohol, drugs, weapons. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
She didn't do any crime at Buffalo Wings.
Okay, we'll take the wing. That's fair, Miss Kim. Understood. Delete the wings, please, Miss Champion. All right, take care. Best of luck to you, Miss Sullivan. Can we move to the next position?
Position number 19 is Surreal.
All right, your case is 24 CR 0000326E. You're charged with simple battery, family violence, and criminal trespass. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, can I have the history, Ms. Washington?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant has 7 prior arrest cycles beginning in 2008. The last arrest was October 9th, 2018 for a probation violation. The defendant has a misdemeanor conviction for DUI in 2018, 1 disorderly conduct misdemeanor conviction in 2017, 1 disorderly conduct misdemeanor conviction in 2018, and the defendant meets the criteria for release level 2 with an 84% chance that the defendant will appear and a 71% chance that the defendant will remain arrest-free. Nothing further.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, brief facts of the case is that the defendant intentionally damaged 3 mirrors, spices, 5 plates, 3 mugs, and 1 baking dish belonging to the victim in this case, the victim being Eddie, E-D-D-I-E, Terrell, same last name. And when she angrily pushed everything onto the ground while angry because the victim refused to bring more alcohol to the home for her to drink. She also struck the victim in his left forearm twice. The victim had video footage of the encounter. The victim and the defendant have been married and lived together for the last 37 years. Our office was able to get in contact with the victim. The victim advised that they live together at the incident location. They share one adult child together. The victim stated that this is not the first time the defendant has been violent towards him, but this is the first time the police have gotten involved. States that the defendant needs help with her drinking. He states that he is not in fear of the defendant and wants to continue to have contact. And he also states that he is okay with the defendant returning back to the residence. And I do believe that Mr. Terrell is on the call, so if we could sound for him in accordance with Marcy's law. Your Honor, the recommendation from the state is a signature bond through the pretrial services. I would say no violent contact. Should the defendant sound today, should the victim sound today, and the completion of an anger management course, and if the court is so amenable, the completion of an alcohol and drug evaluation and treatment as necessary, as the state is concerned about the allegations as well as that 2018 DUI conviction out of Covington. Nothing further to add from the state at this time.
All right, Mr. Terrell, I see you on the Zoom conference. If you want to make a statement, please raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear and affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, today your wife will receive a bond of some sort. This is a misdemeanor, and all misdemeanor offenses, she will be entitled to a bond. So I'm not as concerned today. I'm not sentencing her with whether you disagree with anything that the state just presented. I'm most concerned with any concerns you have for your safety and your desires for contact with the defendant. In light of that information, what would you like to tell me?
Yeah, first of all, can you hear me okay?
I can. Very clear. Thank you.
The items that were destroyed, just to clarify that, those belong to Carrie. It was her items that she destroyed. And I wanted to say that I don't fear for my safety at all. We've had disagreements, being married 38 years. The situation last night, I just wanted to de-escalate the situation. I thought my only option at the time was to call the police. I didn't really intend for her to go to jail, just maybe some on-site counseling to calm her down. We both live in the same house. We don't have any means of transportation, and because we can't afford it. And she has some medical, physical issues. We just need to learn to get along better. She's blind in one eye and needs help with, computer work, paperwork, etc. We both live on Social Security. I do freelance work here for supplemental income. So I'm just, I'm just requesting, whatever this is, some kind of warning, and just, send her home.
All right, thank you. In light of the information before me, Ms. Kim, I'm inclined to give the SLB through pretrial level 2 with the no further violent contact and the 1-day anger awareness. Do you have any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant will receive a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial services. It'll be $3,000 on the simple battery, $2,000 on the criminal trespass. She's take the 1-day anger awareness course and have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. Additionally, she's to have no drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons as a condition of that SOB through pretrial. Is there anything additional from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Uh,
hearing none, best of luck to you all right?
Yes.
All right, what is position 6 at courtroom 2? Or did 6 bond out?
I think he's on the medical floor.
Position 6 is a medical reset?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mrs. High, if someone can try to waive that person's opinion, well, if maybe, so that we don't keep resetting for too long, if possible. All right, I believe that is the entire calendar. Did we miss any positions? I don't have any others. Miss Champion, will you review the calendar for us?
Position number 1 is reset further notice with a $5,000 sign-on bond through the jail. Position number 2 is a total of a $2,500 split bond reset SAP 125. Position number 3 is a $3,500 pretrial bond level 1 reset further notice. Position number 4 is a $2,000 good bond reset SAP 125. Position number 5 is a $3,000 pretrial level 2 reset further notice. Position number 6 will be reset to 1-3 C calendar. Position number 7 is the $5,000 sign-on bond through the jail reset further notice. Position number 8 is a $3,000 pretrial bond level 2 reset further notice. Position number 9 is a $2,000 good bond reset SAP 125. Position number 10 is a $2,500 pretrial bond level 2 reset further notice. Position number 11 is a $2,000 sign-on bond through the jail reset further notice. Position number 12 is a $3,000 pretrial bond level 1 reset further notice. Position number 13 is a total of a $1,500 good bond reset SAP 125. Position number 14 is a $2,500 good bond reset SAP 125. 15, $250 good bond reset SAP 125. 16, $250 good bond reset SAP 125. 17, $250 good bond reset SAP 125. Position number 18 is a $3,000 pretrial bond level 1 reset further notice. And position number 19 is a total of a $5,000 pretrial bond level 2 reset further notice. Any questions?
All right, hearing none, we will be in recess until tomorrow's SCA calendar.